Hey, how y'all doing? So I have this book called Five Levels of Leadership, and around the time of me making this video, I used to read it early in the morning. I used to get up at like 6 in the morning before work and read this book. And there's a lot of things that kind of stood out to me in it. And one day I ended up writing a document about it. We'll read this one. I thought it was interesting. It's not exactly what I'm looking for right now. It said, "Do what you do so well that those who can see you do what you do are going to come back to see you do it again and tell others that they should see you do what you do." From Walt Disney. I feel like I just had it. Okay, so I found it. It said, "Write a declaration of commitment to growth that describes what you will do to grow and how you will approach it." So this is a little snippet of what I wrote. To this day, I will ask the question, who am I? It's never out of a place of unsureness, though. It's from a place of specific. Some things in my life I feel I'm sure of. They don't change, but some parts of me have to, and who I am is one of them. The world weighs heavy on the conscience. Guiding the way you think and parts of yourself you perceive are made by this fact. I can't be the person I want to be if I let the world choose or define who I am. I have to do that myself. I choose professionalism, greatness, kindness, strength, intelligence, style, air, energy, and grace. There are plenty of times in books where they're asking you to answer a question or do something outside of the book. And I think that's why it's important to read your book from front to back, or at least make time to continue reading it, um, so that you can learn as much as possible. I tend to make sure that I highlight, underline, even write things in the book if I feel like it's important or interesting enough to voice my opinion on. After that point, I then learn outside of the book by taking it to the document and then expressing my ideas there. And this document was made like 2023, so it was made like 2 years ago. So it's still getting worked on, but more so internally because I can kind of see that I stuck with those things. At this point, I have some final notes. So the author of the book is John C. Maxwell, The Five Levels of Leadership, Proven Steps to Maximize Your Potential. And I'm gonna just read a couple things to finish off. So moving up the levels occurs slowly, but going down can happen quickly. For example, think about how long it takes to build a great relationship with a person. But if you do something to lose that trust with that person, the relationship can become permanently broken in the blink of an eye. So moving up farther always requires further growth. Greater skill is required, especially on the part of the leader. On level 2, you earn trust and the right to lead. On level 3, you add to the productivity of the organization. Growing as a leader requires a combination of an intentional growth and a leadership experience. Thank you guys for showing up and listening to the end. We out.